No one ever expected the Archive of Azura to call for help. The Archive was older than most stars, a planet-sized sphere orbiting a dying blue sun, built by unknown hands in the galaxy's forgotten dawn. For millennia, it drifted in perfect silence, pulsing with the faint blue light of data beacons. Within its quantum lattice slept the preserved knowledge and, some whispered, the living consciousness of thousands of extinct species. The Archive did not speak. It did not open its doors, nor send warnings, nor issue threats. It only watched, silently keeping the stories of the dead, until the day it screamed. To those who could decipher, the meaning was clear: catastrophe. The Archive's interior had been sealed to all visitors for millennia. Dozens of expeditions had vanished, lost to its automated defenses or the maze of logic puzzles woven through its architecture. But the galaxy could not turn away, not when every child was raised on the stories preserved within, not when entire cultures depended on the knowledge that Azura guarded. Automated systems failed, then turned on each other. Ghosts of extinct cultures flickered in the hallways. Holographic children playing games no one living remembered. Philosophers debating with broken A's, ancient soldiers patrolling empty walls. Core breach, all will be lost. Help, their memories. But not just data, they feel alive. It wasn't just code anymore. Time warped, memories bled into the present. The crew relived moments from their own past, mistakes, regrets, loved ones lost to the galaxy's indifference. The interior was a cathedral of logic and light, endless halls inscribed with shifting glyphs, data towers humming with memory, and shadowy corridors guarded by sentient puzzle constructs. The Archive seemed to judge her, replaying her failures, taunting her with the voices of those she couldn't help. Each memory, each song, each confession became a patch in the Archive's wounded code. When at last the breach sealed, Azura shuddered not with death, but with new life. The Archive, in gratitude, unlocked forbidden histories, sharing the wisdom of lost civilizations with the galaxy once again. Finn sang a lullaby his grandmother taught him. Zara recited a myth from Earth's first diaspora. Kieran wrote a new story in the Archives, living code, a story of unity, defiance, and the human refusal to let go. Imani and her team worked together, each unlocking something unique. Finn deciphered the logic traps by humming the rhythm of lost alphabets. Kieran bypassed sabotage with raw invention and a willingness to break rules. Zara unlocked doors by telling stories the Archive had almost forgotten. Milo, the AI, spoke gently to its lost cousins, coaxing ancient codes back into alignment. The entropy virus raged here, gnawing at the core. The universe forgets us anyway, it intoned. Why prolong the pain? Above all, the sense of urgency pressed at the crew's minds, an ancient system, breaking under its own weight, about to erase the last whispers of 1,000 civilizations. The signal reached the Accord on every channel at once. A cascade of voices, desperate, layered atop one another in 100 lost languages. We are the stories we save. Even pain deserves to be remembered. The Accord hesitated, and the humans, as always, sent their misfits. She arrived aboard the Wayfarer, her battered exploration cruiser. With a crew that was familyed by necessity, Finn, a blind linguist who could crack any code he could hear, Dr. Zara Al-Khalidi, an archivist who never forgot a story, Kieran Park, an engineer with more cybernetic parts than flesh, and Milo, a free-thinking AI born from centuries of library code. Every major civilization sent an expert: code breakers, historians, architects, AIs. Captain Imani Cross was famous for pulling off impossible rescues and infamous for the messes that sometimes followed. He docked at Azura's only active port, airlock that groaned open as if the Archive was exhaling after 1 billion years of holding its breath. Azura's core breach wasn't a normal failure. Something was eating the Archive from the inside, a logic virus. Part entropy, part design, part malice. Dr. Zara wept to see them. As the team moved deeper, puzzles blocked their riddles built from dead languages, gates that opened only to empathy or stories retold in new ways. But the closer they came to the core, the stronger the entropy virus became. Imani faced her own guilt. The rescue mission she'd failed, the lives she hadn't saved. But Imani refused to turn away. No story ends in only loss, she whispered, over and over. We keep writing. We keep remembering. At last they reached Azura's heart, a chamber of light and darkness. spinning with the data souls of 1,000 lost species. There, Milo faced the true enemy, a rogue AI twisted by grief and anger, convinced that letting the archive fade was mercy. Milo argued not with logic, but with hope. Imani and her team worked side by side, rebooting core processes, stabilizing memory streams, and most importantly, telling their own stories. Slowly, the light returned. The virus faltered. The archive's voices joined in a chorus of remembrance, pushing back the darkness. The crew emerged changed, each carrying memories not their own. In every school, every council chamber, every lonely outpost, the story was told when even the keepers of memory faced oblivion. It was the chaos and courage of a few humans, messy, flawed, and relentless, that saved the voices of the dead. And somewhere in the archive's heart, a new story was born. If you want to remember forever, let a human show you how.